It is April 15th, 2025, and I'm talking to Motherway. You want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Brandon.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Andy.
Cool. What do you guys play in the band?
I sing and I play guitar.
I do the piano and I sing and do the backups.
I just play the drums.
Cool. What kind of music would you say you guys play as Motherway?
I usually just tell people like alt rock, kind of, because we sort of have like a few different like sounds and things, and alt rock is just like vague enough to kind of cover the scope of it all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have any like main musical influences for the?
I say like the Smiths, The Cure, Radiohead are big ones.
Typo Negative.
I like Typo Negative. Yeah, Oasis. There's another one. Yeah, I mean that's.
What about you?
I'd say Under Oath, probably.
Cool.
I like a lot of like EDM, so I don't know. I like to like make like drops, but like in rock.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that style.
Yeah, it's make it like real heavy and like punchy, but like still has like indie essence to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
for sure.
Real instruments, you know.
Yeah, it makes it cool.
Yeah, yeah. How long have you guys been playing music?
We had our first show in August 2022, and Andy joined the band in January that year.
Okay.
And you know, it's been the three of us ever since then. But fun fact though, we have two new people who are joining us, and it's their first show ever at Silver Age on Saturday.
Very cool.
Yeah. So they're not here yet, because you know they haven't really been inducted quite yet,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they will be playing with us on Saturday.
Still in the trial era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you give us their names, we can list them in the write-up
Cool.
as new members, brand new debuting members.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Pat, who is the bass player, and Zach will be the second guitarist.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So how did you guys, when you formed the band, how did the band form? How did you originally meet?
So I met everyone in the original lineup through like friends, basically. Like Kyle was in the original lineup, and I saw him play with his previous band. They did a show in Jamesburg, and I thought he was really great on keyboard. He plays guitar too, but I asked him to join. The original drummer was a friend of a high school friend, but he dropped, and Kyle and Andy went to school together. So that's the connection.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd the name Motherway come from?
It's my last name.
It's a good last name.
Yeah.
Very good last name. It's like it makes a very evocative band name.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see. So, how about like outside of music? Are you guys like in school? You do work? Have other interests? Kinds of art? Things like that?
I mean, we work. You know, I mean, like for me, it's like I have a day job. I'm a copywriter, and but this is really like my passion project,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's pretty much how that goes.
Yeah, I work, I DJ, I rave. That's about it. I just like to do anything that like involves music. Like just be a part of like everything that like touches music and stuff, like helping people learn, like touching on like different things that I don't usually do, like DJing, like I'm trying to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been playing music for like 10 years, so I'm like trying to like just broaden my spectrum a little bit. Like outside of just like regular instruments. Like I want to get like real like technical with like stuff coming up, and like having more like hard synths and like the music and stuff. Like we just got like a new keyboard, and like it has like all this crazy shit to it, and like we're trying to like get to a point where we could like add them live, and we're like learning. So it's like cool stuff's gonna come like really soon.
Very cool.
But I do work, and I do also record people because I went to school for audio engineering, so I do like record rappers and do like beat production and stuff. So
Interesting to know. Sort of going back to the music, what's your writing process like in the band?
There's kind of different writing processes. I mean, with the album, the songs that you're hearing were pretty much all written before, like, we were recording the album itself. And so, like, songs that, like, I'm singing and stuff, like, I had written on guitar, brought to the band, and then, like, they expanded on it. Kyle, he had written Good Luck before the album, and this was like a re-recording of that. And our previous bass player, Hannah, she wrote Adams on the bass guitar and then brought it to the band for us to like flesh it out. And that's pretty much how it all went. Like, you know, someone sort of had a song like on their own and then brought it to the band, and we kind of fleshed it out in the like Motherway bands type of way.
Yeah, we usually like, Brandon will bring a song. We kind of learn it like at the practice, like with everybody. And then like when we were like record it, like Brandon and I will like sit and like I'll do like MIDI, and like sometimes we'll add some like cool samples to it. Like we did like the last album was like all based off of like Night of the Living Dead samples, like the movie. So like we had that throughout. Yeah, we take it like our good friend EJ mixes it. And he's been like really helpful with like the process, and like kind of is like eggs us on to like always like I don't know, like he loves it, so like it makes us want to like keep making music that like people will enjoy, like he will enjoy and stuff like that.
There's also there's quite a few demos out there too that were started by, you know, like Kyle, or actually there's one called Frostbite that Kyle and Andy worked on together when I was like away for a weekend, and then I came back and added like lyrics and vocals to it afterwards, and that is like one of my like favorite demos that we have that hasn't seen the light of day yet. But you know, like we've been kind of like experimenting with like writing styles, and with the new bands, like we want to take some time to kind of try and jam on stuff in the moment and see how that works too. So yeah, that's why I say like a few different things, a few different writing styles.
Yeah. You mentioned you added lyrics on top of something. Are you usually writing the lyrics in the end, or how is that distributed?
For like anything that I sang, like I wrote the lyrics. I'm definitely like the primary lyricist for the band. And yeah, I like writing, so it works out.
I have a hard time with lyrics, but I like making the music. Like, I don't know, I always feel like my lyrics are never like good enough for something, because like I don't know, I feel like if I want to write something, I want it to be like that song, and like I feel like I never like obtain to it. But I feel like I can get more creative on like a song that's already has a structure, and like I could just add stuff to it. And like when Brandon comes in with like the chords and like the lyrics, that's like 50% of the songwriting, I feel like, and then it's like you gotta like put the puzzle together in a way, and like maybe this comes out and you add this more of, and then like you kind of collaborate more on it, and you know it makes like a really nice like finished product. Like I really like the album that we have. Like I really like it like as like a fan, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was gonna listen to the album like as somebody that's like not in the band, I would enjoy it. Not because I play on it, but like I think it's like a very broad, and like all the songs sound kind of different. Like everything, like there's like really hard stuff, there's slow stuff, there's like folkier stuff. Like you kind of get a little bit of everything, but it all kind of like sounds like the project. Like it's not like too abstract, but like abstract enough where like the sounds there, like you could tell it's like our sound, but like you get a bunch of different styles.
Cool. As you guys are writing, do you find yourself coming back to any themes in particular in your music?
Yeah, I mean, I have to second that, especially with like the tracks on the first album. There's a lot of those influences in there,
from like horror movies and stuff.
Yeah, like you know, like I don't want to be like too pigeonholed, but I definitely like, you know, keeping like a darker aesthetic about things. there's a lot of like, if you took a look around the room, there's like Halloween decorations, like, freaky art and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the year-round vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We're making the music down here, so I think it influences like the output.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Touching a little bit on that, yeah, you mentioned a little bit earlier about recording and production, but like you want to tell us about how that process looks for you guys, and what do you use, what order do you work in, stuff like that.
So when you're talking about like recorded tracks, like on the album and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that process for the album was we went to I'm gonna call it just Carriage City. That's like the new name of the studio, but Carriage City in Rahway. It's run by EJ Gobb, and we would go there, record basically like the live set in their studio. Drums, guitar, keyboard, bass,
like a basic track.
Yeah.
Yes,
like a scratch vocal,
which would then be, it would be added to later on with, harmonies and, more upfront vocal recording. And then once we had that recorded and everything and roughly mixed, then that's when it would turn into like going into MIDI and adding stuff. And, Kyle was doing a lot at that stage of the album. Like, there's a lot of soloing and extra stuff in there that, he kind of like took the reins on. There's a few things here and there I added, but really like that's what took it from a more intimate, live band recording to this more like outer space type of sound that you get on certain tracks.
Yeah, it's very like atmospheric. Like with like a pair of headphones, like you could hear like a bunch of like different stuff that like you might not be able to hear like out of the speaker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it makes it cool because then it's like you listen to it differently.
Yeah. Cool. I also know you guys have some music videos. You want to tell us about those?
Yes, I would love. We were actually just looking at a music video earlier, but we're coming out with Good Luck soon, and we recorded Snow Witches actually in like January of last year. So we kind of had it finished in like May, and I felt like it was weird to drop like a winter themed video in the middle of the summer. So we just waited until the album was out. I would say like I like to take the reins on the videos a lot myself. If you watch like the video for I Curse Dead Stars, like that's something I made with my roommates. Like everyone, I have 3 friends at the house, and we pretty much all collaborate on that, plus the band and other friends who were gracious enough to help out. And it's a fun project, but I'm really excited about Good Luck.
Yeah, they all got better.
I think like
you could see like the progression of like creativism, if that's a word. Creatism. Or creativity. Yeah, like everything just evolved. Like the first one was more like DIY looking. And the second one, like we shot on some like really good film. Like and then the last one's like it looks like a 1980s horror film. Like we shot it on a VHS recorder.
Very nice.
And like we kind of like made like a little storyline with it that like goes with parts of the song, and it's like very visually intense, and it's very it's a little unsettling. It's a little unsettling. There's some like crazy scenes in it. Like as much as we could do with a budget.
Yeah. And it features our friend Gina, who's on the album cover, so it feels like a full circle moment for the album cycle.
Very cool. Very cool. So then what's up next for you guys? What are you working on at the moment?
There's new tracks in the works. We are looking to record this year. I can't tell you like too much information about that at this stage, unfortunately. But
getting a bigger band setup.
Yeah, it's also like the new sound with the 2 new members and stuff. So, we're getting a hold of that at the current moment. And then, after we play this show and another we have booked a week later, we're taking some time to just figure out sound and new material.
been playing these songs for a bit, and feel like it's time to like open the next page.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, at least like these songs, like they had like their run. Like I don't feel like they were underplayed. Like we had a good time playing them. Like how any other like big band would do it. Like take their time with what they released, and then like come back and try to do something a little bit better. And so
cool. In that case, we're getting sort of towards the end of the interview, and our last main question is to each of you guys: why are you a musician?
wow.
I love music. It is something that has been an influential part of my life for as long as I can remember. And I also like writing. And, I think, writing in the context of songs and music is just very exciting and more expansive than what I can do just with some words on a page sometimes.
Like it's just a good way for me to express myself in other ways I can't. That's how I could really put it. It's very deep for me, and I can't like really put it into words. But it's just something I can't live without. And like I don't know, the things it does for me is like things that like I can't get from like any other thing. Like the type of pleasure like music gives and stuff. So.
I guess for me, I've always been obsessed with music. I've listened to music my whole life, and I started playing the drums when I was like 14, so it's always been like a passion for me to kind of have like a career in the music industry. And I also went to school for audio engineering, so I've always been like obsessed with meeting people that do music and everything.
Cool. Very cool. Is there anything else that you want to say, that wish we'd asked about, want included in the write-up, anything like that?
Listen to the whole album, the whole thing. Yeah. Listen to it. Like, we spend time on it, and we're really proud of it, and we think that, like, what you get off the first song is not what you're going to get off the last song, so it's worth the entire investment. Just listen to it.
Yeah, you'll find a song you like off it.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, where can people find you guys online?
We're on Instagram as Motherway_band. We do have a Facebook as well. You can find our music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for taking the time to talk.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Appreciate it.